G'day chemists. Welcome to IB Question of the Day. You're almost at sub 20 days until the 2025 IB chemistry paper, I believe. But yeah, so here we go. This is another paper 2 question. That's what we're doing all this week. We're going for a smaller one today because, otherwise we might not get one out each day. And let's have a look at our question. I hope your study is going really well, team. All right. So pause the video here, I guess, and have a crack at this 3-mark question. Explain in terms of their metallic bonding why aluminium, Al, and not calcium, Ca, can be used to make tent frames. All right. So first off, we're looking at used to make tent frames. What structures about that? Why aluminium and not calcium? So what's an explanation here? Hence the 3-marker. And we must refer to the metallic bonding. So the properties of metallic bonding, what causes metallic bonding, and so on. Our first marks. So these are from the IB marking criteria. We need to make reference to metallic bonding in aluminium being stronger than it is in calcium. For Mark 2, we need to talk about either how there's more valence electrons in aluminium than calcium, or how the charge on the aluminium 3, the Al3 plus cation, is higher. And those are both because of the same things, right? So, like the more valence electrons that leave, that's why it's got a higher charge. And you also need to make reference to the fact that the ionic radius of aluminium 3 plus is smaller. So you can't just dot point those. You need to actually turn it into it needs to be a coherent explanation. So this is my model answer. So aluminium has a stronger metallic bonding than calcium. So you make it a statement, declarative statement, because its ions have a higher charge, Al3 plus compared to Ca2 plus. So we've got to talk about how it's aluminium and not calcium. It has more delocalized electrons. The smaller ionic radius of aluminium 3 allows the ions plus delocalized. The smaller ionic radius of aluminium 3 allows the ions and delocalized electrons to be, I'll fix that, to be held together more strongly, producing a stronger metallic lattice. This is why it's important to read your answers. The stronger bonding makes aluminium harder and stronger, so it's more suitable for making tent frames. So, here's our M1 up here. Here we can talk about our delocalized electrons, or that the charge is higher. That's M2. Now we're sort of referencing the implications of the smaller ionic radius, and that is what gives us the answer here. So your key takeaways, I think, for this one are that you must explain referring to the concepts mentioned in the question, right? There are other ways you can explain this, but we need to talk about the metallic bonding specifically and the mechanisms of that metallic bonding. I hope that made sense. If you have any questions, pop them in the comments, or if you're one of my students, send me an email. And yeah, we'll get back to you as soon as we can. Hit subscribe so you can sort of see all the other all the questions of the day pop up in your feed. And yeah, we'll see you tomorrow. Bye now.